The Justin Robert Young program brought to you as always by everybody who gives us money. Hey, you want to know what? Just go ahead and support the Patreon. I'm delivering this stuff 4 days a week so you can have it on your commute, either back and forth. You want to peel me off a couple cents? It's only a little bit per month. Give me a penny. Give me a nickel. A nickel per show. A dime per time. If you want to be a baller about it, well, you can just go ahead and take advantage of all that stuff there at JuRYDaily.com. Welcome, folks. It's your old pal, Justin Robert Young. I'm here for another episode of JuRY Daily. It is daily. It is JuRY. No recorded or on the road episodes this week, by the way. High Thoughts will be at its normal time on Thursday. We got some good high thoughts, but if you are getting high, and by the way, Canada, I'm expecting some from y'all. You got any Canadian listeners right now? It's legal to do it. Go ahead and get high. Send me the, or if you just have a high style thought, go ahead and send it in to me, JuRYDaily@gmail.com. Put high thoughts in the subject line. Also, real quick reminder, two quick things. Number one, since we've been doing the show, it'd be great if we got some new reviews in the iTunes store that just reflect the fact that now this is a 4-day-a-week show. So if you want to head over there to, well, really anywhere, but mostly iTunes, please rate, review, and subscribe. I don't say it often, but I feel like the show has been really good lately. So now I want to go ahead and hit that button. Also, if you want to join this community, head on over to bit.ly/JuRY Discord. That is where you can join our Discord. If you don't know what Discord is, it's just a little chat program. Don't worry. Very easy, very fun, very painless. Go ahead and get on that train. Also, I got a live show Election Day. It's politically focused. Go get details at bit.ly/WaveWatch. WAVEWATCH. I want to talk to you guys about an idea that came up in the in the chat yesterday. I got this. So here's this idea. Big shout out to Tally Zarell, one of our hardcores. Suggested this idea. What if you were able to hire classic British style movie villains? Tally Zarell not saying it was her. Then I don't know. Sorry. Tally Zarell, now you're in charge of giving credit to somebody else. Classic British style movie villains to do whatever you wanted. Imagine you had at your fingertips the ability to hire a snooty, posh, staring down with a judgment British style movie villain. Now, I'm not saying that this is all British people, because I think everybody here knows what I'm talking about. Even in British movies, there are the very specific upper crust villain who does very British movie villainy things. They sneer, they scoff, they patronize, they've got more money, they're very often dating the love interest in the first and second acts. This is classic British movie. Sometimes they're the boss. Sometimes they're you're just a rich kid in college. No matter what, they can be any age. Classic British style movie villains. So what I want to know is what people would want to use these classic British style movie or British movie style villains for. We had a couple of ideas. First, if you need to fire an employee, oh, there we go. Now all of a sudden, you just be like, a lot of times, this has happened to 3 or 4 people I know that have gone to work remote. And I'm like, number one, just when you work remote, understand that you are only months away from being fired. You want to know why? Not because you're doing a good job, not because you're doing a bad job, because you're the only person that they can fire in the office without looking at them. So what if you didn't have to only fire the people that work remote? What if you could fire people that are in your office, but you didn't have to do it? You could hire a classic British movie style villain. I'm sorry, Janine. It appears that you've been made redundant. I trust you'll have all your things out of the office by the end of the day. Ta-ta. Oh, my God. And by the way, for Janine, at least she gets a good story out of it. It's like, yeah, my boss was so much of a coward, he couldn't fire me to my face after I worked there for a decade, but at least I got to be fired by a classic British movie-style villain. I feel like this is a win-win. What if you need to break up with a significant other? This is a very painful moment. You know, a lot of times everybody knows it's coming. They just don't want to admit it to each other. Sometimes it's out of the blue. People have a different way of looking at it. Here's a way that you can soften the blow. May I introduce to you a classic British movie-style villain? All of a sudden, date night, Friday night, a public places where you want to do these things so it doesn't get too out of hand. Your significant other is across the table. Oh, wait, you're not there. No, you're somewhere else. Who sits down in your seat? Oh, it's a classic British movie-style villain. I'm sorry, Janine. It's over. I trust that you'll have everything out of the apartment by the end of the weekend. Ta-ta. Boom. This is great. This is great. I feel like that would even be better. I might even break up with my wife just so I can hire this person. Oh, it would be fantastic. We get back together, but I would just want to use it. Oh, imagine it's an app, right? You know, it's an app with like a little bow tie on it. You can see where your classic British movie style villain is en route to your job because like the bow tie and maybe like a fancy car little icon is moving across the street. Your job has been completed. Ta-ta. How about this one? All these have been situations where you're in the position of power. How about you need to go ahead and harness the British aristocracy for your own populist gains? Yeah. What if you have to tell the power company that your bill will be late? Rich people don't have these problems. Rich people don't have to deal with their power getting cut off, even if they don't pay the bill. As long as you're acting rich, they're going to treat you like a rich guy. So instead of you just wondering, oh, geez, am I going to have the money? Is the direct deposit going to hit? No. Go ahead and call a classic British movie-style villain. Gets right on the horn. I'm sorry, FP&L. It appears as if these funds have been tied up and earmarked for other, more pressing purposes. I trust you'll be able to handle it. Thank you, Janine. Ta-ta. Click. Done. They're not going to shut off your power when they got a phone call like that. It's over. They'd be trembling in fear. They'd be worrying about when the steely-eyed gaze of a classic British movie-style villain would come upon them for shutting off their power right when he's in the middle of probably watching some sort of bizarre illegal cockfighting ring or something. I don't know what British movie-style villains do. They're normally into something a little weird, right? Like classic British movie-style villains, they're always like, they're eating weird shit because that's the way that, like, you could do the shorthand for this guy's a little off. Like, he's just like, please, Janine, bring in my poached ostrich egg. Extra well done. I don't know how you would do that. But anyway, it's something weird. Please, bring me the rare fingers of a sloth. Something like that. It'd be something weird, something screwed up. I mean, imagine if that's the call you get when he's late on his bill. Imagine the call you're going to get if you shut off the power in the middle of it. Forgive me, love, but I have pressing business to attend to. Ta-ta. Oh, man. I feel like that would be the way to go. All right, I want your examples of what you would use a classic British movie-style villain for. Go ahead and send me your applications for them, jurydaily@gmail.com, or just leave a comment right here on the YouTube channel. We got some email from last week. We asked you guys to rank sauces. Trench roads. All right, sauces. Number 3, buffalo. I have to say, this was probably the biggest thing left off my list. I don't know if there's a lot that I like better than buffalo sauce. Buffalo sauce might be my favorite sauce of all time, and I would dare say that it is certainly even basic bitch buffalo sauce like Frank's or whatever. I would put that over Tabasco at all times. Fun fact, Frank's buffalo sauce, vegan. But I would put that over most hot sauces. So that was a big mistake by me, Trench. Thank you for correcting the record. 2, Western Carolina barbecue sauce. And now you lost me. Cause here we go. Now we're back to this vinegar nonsense. Get off my plane. Number 1, Russian or Thousand Island dressing because it goes on the greatest sandwich ever invented, the roast beef special. It's like a Reuben, except instead of corned beef and sauerkraut, it's roast beef and coleslaw. Yeah, look, I'm not gonna dunk on Russian dressing. It's not my favorite. I just don't like that particular tang. Whenever I get a Reuben, I get it without the Thousand Island. But I will say this, roast beef and coleslaw, if it's a drier coleslaw, I'm just not here for a very soupy coleslaw. That's not my favorite. I like a vinegar coleslaw. Bad Billy on YouTube says, I like salsa as a salad dressing. Fresh, tasty, spicy as you like, low fat, and delicious. Bad Billy. That's just good advice. Middle-aged white Mike says, I listened in amusement yesterday about your disdain for American cheese. Okay, you're a borderline millennial anyway, so you're part of the problem. I made it home and had dinner. My wife announced it was soup and sandwiches. Due to the dreary cold day, I proceeded to make myself a fried bologna and American cheese sandwich on white bread. Suck it, millennials! He said that with exclamation point in all caps, so I had to read it like that. I don't have a problem with Kraft singles. I think that they're fine. I've definitely had plenty of... I'll tell you this. I'd prefer a grilled cheese sandwich with 2 to 3 Kraft singles over some of the shit they try to pawn off as grilled cheese sandwiches out here in the Bay. Oh, my fucking God. Going to one of these grilled cheese sandwiches place. Would you like an aged 12 years Gruyere with a jam spread on some thick, hearty Mongolian loaf? Get the fuck out of here. I would 10 times out of 10 rather have a basic ass white bread, butter, salt, grilled cheese sandwiches with Kraft singles than I would any of this. I have never been to one of these fancy ass grilled cheese sandwiches and walked out saying that is an improvement on what we had before. And if you are going to sell all these expensive ones, at least give me the option to just go with Kraft singles and Wonder Bread. Why at all these grilled cheese, fancy ass grilled cheese sandwiches places, you have $3 PBR because that's the people's drink. Why don't you give me the people's sandwich? They're afraid. That's why. They can't put that on the menu because then everyone's going to be like, why am I paying $15 for this Gruyere fucking jam spread? Bullshit. God damn it. Now I'm all fired up. Big Jim writes, so we've heard from Cleveland. We've heard from Cincinnati. He asked me to start the angry guy voice. I'm going to wind up doing this every episode, aren't I? But you forgot one of the best cities of all. Why is it that when people come to Ohio, they only think of Columbus, Cleveland, and Cincinnati? There's more than 3 C's in the state. I could tell you about the wonders of my current home, the town of Dayton, home of the Wright brothers. This is way too long for me to do, like, the whole angry. This is just like, it's like 3 paragraphs worth of shit. And it's not even really all that angry. It's just like a really enthusiastic. I'm just going to read it enthusiastic. The home of the Wright brothers. You know, that little thing called flight. The largest Air Force base east of the Mississippi. Or the fact that it's one of the fastest growing cities in the state. But no! I'm going to take this moment to talk about my other hometown, the Big T. The mother of the Mashes, Klinger, and Tony Pacos. The mother-fucking Class City. This is Toledo, home of the Jeep. That's right, without Toledo, Bri would never be able to have his midlife crisis. You're welcome. Home of industry giants like Owens Corning, Dana Corp, and Libby Glass. Home of the University of Toledo, our Big Ten killer rocket athletics and academic department. Are we loved? Are we thought of in a positive light for our accomplishments? No! We're called the armpit of Ohio. No one loves us. My fraternity in colleges would say that Toledo goes to the loser of OSU versus Michigan. Well, fuck you. We are Toledo proud, and we're not going to be pushed around whatever your 18-bit bars and your fancy schmancy beers. Fuck you. We're Toledo, and we're not taking shit from no one. I would like if the new slogan for Toledo was, fuck you, we're Toledo. Where can I submit? Where can I start the petition? Where can I start the petition for the new official slogan of Toledo to be, fuck you, we're Toledo? Imagine you come in, there's a big sign, and it just says, fuck you, we're Toledo. Just 3 lines. Fuck you, we are gigantic letters, Toledo. That would be great. That would be great. I want to thank everybody who makes this show possible. The Gen PD Rave Non-Specific Rock and Roll Martian Joe Acosta. Woo! Redneck Tech James, Bill, and Dustin. Email me, JuRyDaily@gmail.com. That is JuRyDaily@gmail.com. Or if you're on YouTube and it's actually fucking working, then go ahead and leave a comment right down there below. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat @Justin R. Young. Join the conversation at diamondclub.reddit. I want to implore all of you to please give a round of applause to Mr. Wacky. And until tomorrow, please, don't. Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.